Fortnite has a lot of bad updates. XP glitches, items, or even broken combos like the Gravitron picking up vault doors as a giant shield.
Oh, no. You can't. Wait, I have like a shield. I just blocked the railgun with that.
This man created the Guardian Shield before it even existed, something Epic never expected anyone to try, and that wasn't even the worst that season. We also had UFOs that included a feature that let you abduct anything you want. When you combine the genius of players with a boulder, it's a recipe for disaster, and also bowling. One of the craziest additions that Fortnite never expected us to find allowed you to become Superman. Okay, so you had to combine a crash pad, dolphin diving, a spicy pepper, and Iron Man's gauntlets. Totally normal thing to do. Safe to say, Epic didn't think we'd fly across the entire map. It was nuts. What they should be learning by now is that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Otherwise, things will backfire massively, like the reboot van change. You used to appear on the van's roof whenever a teammate revived you, until Fortnite decided to rip us instead. Sounded more practical, right? Well, now players have a new strategy.
Wait, I watched Mr. Savage do this.
What is that exactly? You're gonna catch him in the air and what?
You what? Epic should really see this stuff coming, like with the one-shot LTM from Chapter 2. In this mode, everyone could die from a single bullet with only 50 HP per person. They redesigned the loot pool to balance it out, only giving us hunting rifles, snipers, and crossbows. Sound fair, right? Well, they accidentally left the disguised trespasser NPC on the map. Yeah, you could talk to them, steal the ray gun, and become the greatest player in the lobby. It was so overpowered that people thought you were hacking.
Ow! Look! How? Ow! What the heck?
Now, when you give players a driftboard and a shield that can be thrown anywhere, it seems like the logical thing to do. We just didn't expect it to be so powerful. Thanks to the shield bubble giving you 360 degrees of protection, if you threw it on a moving vehicle, you'd become invincible.
There's no escaping.
On the tree.
There's no escaping the bubble boy. There's no escaping the bubble boy.
That's about as overpowered as the shockwave hammer problem. When Fortnite added this item, we all realized how fun it was to use until players started to collect more than one. With up to 5 hammers in one inventory, the cooldown became useless, allowing us to bounce around the map forever with no consequences. Eventually, they had to nerf this because it got so destructive, forcing us to only have one shockwave at a time. Now, one of the most ridiculous life hacks that players found literally destroyed Fortnite. Turns out if you have a bad internet connection, that was an advantage rather than an issue. By disconnecting your Wi-Fi, attacking someone with a kinetic blade, then reconnecting, it would kill them without you ever appearing on their screen.
Wait, what just happened?
I'm not sure how Fortnite could have seen it coming. It's insane. Well, that was insanely powerful. One feature was just straight up annoying. We've shown how Epic didn't prepare for the UFO's abducting power, but their pulse cannon was just as broken. Thanks to the knockback effect, you control your teammates, firing them backwards into the storm. And if they survive, just abduct them and do it all over again.
Oh my god, he's pushing me into the storm. Oh my god, the wrong way. How do I get rid of him? He's on my team.
I'm starting to think the Gravitron was a bad idea because Epic clearly didn't prepare for how we'd use it. If you grabbed an item like a diving board, you could constantly bounce on it and send yourself to space. It was super dangerous.
I'm so nervous right now. I'm so nervous.
All it takes is one wrong move and you're falling to your death. But as long as you did this above water, it is extremely broken. There was another method to reaching the atmosphere, and that involved the Dub shotgun. The simple exotic was just a regular old shotty that launched you back. Only one problem though, anyone who combined this with soaring sprints would unlock flight.
I think now's the time to shine, so I'm gonna go ahead and sprint, jump up, and then shotgun twice. This is the strat right here. Just stay up in the air as long as you can, and you will stay up in the air. There is nothing stopping you.
Not the only ridiculous combo. Players figured out that you could pair crash pads with a car. For some reason, Fortnite let us stack multiple pads on top of each other, creating the biggest trampoline possible. And to make things worse, the effect would stack. I gotta be honest, even I have done things that Epic never wanted me to try. When the ballers came back in Chapter 3, you could pull them on the roller coaster track and it would create the largest catapult in Fortnite. Yo! Look at the foundation statue! I am so far up in the air! I'm scared to get down! Now that's relatively harmless, unlike the time they accidentally gave us explosive double pump. With the sticky grenade launcher, the devs forgot what would happen if you combined these. All you needed to do was shockwave above an enemy and rain explosives from the sky.
Bro's panicking.
One of their biggest mistakes was the Ship It Express mode. This was our LTM for Winterfest, and you weren't supposed to have weapons, it was throwable items only. Except, they forgot to disable combat caches, blue chests, and rebooting. It gave hundreds of players a ridiculous advantage. I mean, come on, how do you forget to turn off caches? When Rift Encounters were introduced, they were pretty fun, but Epic never thought we could make them overpowered. If you ever came across the vending machine spawn, you could throw a stack of EMPs and rack up thousands of gold instantly. It was literally printing money. One thing Fortnite has always claimed is that skins never give you an advantage, and that was quickly proved wrong. Frozen Love Ranger quickly became known for being pay to win after people found out you could blend into reboot vans without being noticed. And if you've ever found yourself distracted and landing at the wrong POI, there was never a better time than when the Collider was in game. Epic only wanted it to be a useful slipstream to glide away, but if you combined it with the cannons, you would launch across the map.
Nice.
That's if you don't hit a barrage of supply drops from one of Fortnite's most broken items. The Dial-A-Drop was only in game for a short while, which makes sense because players found a way to make it infinite. If you canceled at the exact second you called one in, you get to keep it, and doing this over and over would give tons of free loot. No wonder this thing never returned. The same goes for the Falcon Scout. This was one of the coolest items we've had in a while, being able to recon the area, ping players, collect loot, but there was one thing Epic overlooked. You could kidnap teammates or enemies, but they never thought we would troll them.
They're gonna try to grab me, you mother. Okay. He grabbing me. Oh, you.
This thing could even stop your teammates from reviving and also drop them from the sky. If this got into the wrong hands, it was over. If you're looking for ways to break BR right now, the cardboard box is your #1 option. You can stack them on top of each other, creating a massive tower to the sky. But the best part, if you break one of them, they float, meaning you could basically camp in midair with these things. And that's nothing compared to when people got themselves free wins by fishing. Chapter 2 not only introduced the feature, but they also gave us Slurpy Swamp. I mean, sure, the water healed extremely slow, but combined it with an infinite supply of floppers, and people managed to grind wins just sitting there.
Please! Come on. Give it to me. Right. Yes! Yes!
Still not as bad when we figured out how to rack up thousands of XP by doing nothing. With the milestone system, Fortnite usually adds one challenge to collect items, sometimes up to 500. But players found a way to finish it in just a few seconds by spamming a gas bomb, which counted for an item every time you equip it. Eventually, Epic gave up and reduced the quest down to 5, making it so easy for everyone, and I get it at that point. But if you've ever had trouble finding the right items, one strategy players took advantage of was the Armored Battle Bus. Epic introduced it as an opponent to the tank, only for us to plow down buildings like the Daily Bugle, looting the entire POI in an instant. It was so OP, they had to step in nerfing the bus so it could barely break through walls anymore. One person they can never nerf is Thanos, and people actually found a way to turn into him. It's impossible to get the gauntlet since Epic hid it in the files, but one weekend they were proved massively wrong. There was a glitch where the Mythic spawned in creative, and it even worked in public games. It wasn't long before the Tiny Town map was overrun with Thanos, and since it was a collab item, Fortnite scrambled to delete it, removing it from the files entirely. Okay, even when collabs are allowed, we still find ways to break them. Ferrari was the first supercar we ever got. It was basically a whiplash and a quad crasher in one. You can take this thing to top speed and... Whoa! It's working! It's working! Look, Sammy, we're flying! Woo! Thank you, Fortnite, for giving us so many goofy moments. It's been Tommy. Keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.